Welcome, friends. It's me, your old pal Gravy. I'm wearing this thing around my head to keep my glasses on. I can't wear it outside because people would make fun of me. I can wear it inside, and so I can now look down. My glasses don't fall off. I don't. When I go outside, I don't usually look down. Only when I'm here cleaning and doing crap. Last night was fun and crazy. But whenever I'm in an not sober state, I don't like coming online. I don't know why. Last night, was it last night? Last night, yeah, last night. I'm sure EVS was a little tipsy. I think he was a little tipsy. I think I'm probably wrong, but I think he was a little tipsy. But whatever. Teach his own. So welcome. Do we got anything? I'm trying to see if I have any tabs open. Okay, so this is my impression of a video I just watched. So I'll try to tell you a story of a video I just watched, and let's see what happens. So there was a cop, and I'll tell you the details later. So it's just a made-up story right now. So there's a cop, and he, I guess, was looking for his daughter. So he tracks her computer down to an area. And while he's in the area, he finds, I don't know if he knows that it's her daughter's boyfriend, but it's her daughter's boyfriend. And he pulls him over for no apparent reason and arrests him for no charges. And so the cop is white, the daughter's white, and the boyfriend's African American. I'm not sure if that makes a difference. I'm just saying these are my observations, just to throw everything out there. And it looked white. I mean, actually, I couldn't tell the white people. They could have been Mexican or it's Russian, the people, because they're Asians, right? Some of them are. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not done eating. So he has the boyfriend in the backseat of his car, and the boyfriend's chilled. He's like, whatever, I guess, he doesn't have to worry too much, which is good. He's just chilled out. And so the cop goes and he says that he's going to charge the passenger, which is his daughter's friend, for not wearing a seatbelt. And apparently the mom is there and of the friend, and she's like, I'm going to call 911 because you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And that's when the cop realizes that in the back seat is the mom and his daughter. So he takes his daughter and he yells at her, get her out, get out, get out, get out now, get out now. He goes to his car, takes the boyfriend, says, get out, you're done, go home, just go home. And he throws his daughter in the back seat, no charges. And this is all on his police camera. No one else was taking pictures of this, so it's only one-sided. And he, I guess, apparently takes her home. Now, during this, there's a road rage incident that they're calling him to investigate, and he is just flat out ignoring it. So I don't know what the specific reason was, but the cop was terminated. I'm not sure if he was terminated for ignoring being called to a different situation. Because when you pull someone over, aren't you supposed to tell the dispatch, hey, I'm pulling over, here's the license plate, run it for me and see if you find anything. Or if they have a computer, they can do all that too. I guess he didn't tell them that he was pulling anyone over. So there's got to be something wrong there. I mean, he knew he was doing something wrong. That's why he didn't tell dispatch. So something's fishy going on. But I think he might have just got fired because he ignored. Instead of what actually did, which was make sense that he got fired for, I think it was mainly ignoring your job. That's what I would say. I mean, it doesn't say why he was terminated. It just says he was terminated. Let me see again. And, oh, by the way, so this is a real incident happened in Lorain, Ohio. I don't know if I got all the details right, so please look it up. Didn't tell him. He says goodbye. And his daughter's like, you have to give me a reason by law. Why are you pushing me? Why are you, expletive deleted, pushing me? Why are you doing this? And then I guess he lied to his supervisors about the incident, and he's appealing his termination. So, hey, in Ohio, you might get him back if you're lucky. He's a perfect officer, I'm sure. I mean, come on. Who doesn't lie on their job? Who doesn't ignore, direct orders from your boss to, hey, there's an incident going on. We need you. Who doesn't do that? Come on, let the guy back. Let the guy back. By the way, that's all sarcasm. I think that I mean, this is one incident where everything was done right. Well, almost. Where a cop went off the rails and they said, listen, we can't have it. There's not going to be an investigation. The investigation is over. You're fired. On the flip side, what's it? The kid who got shot with all the protest. Antoine Rose. So Antoine Rose, from what I heard, again, I'm not a news person. I'm just a commentator. But Anton Rose was in a car with a friend, and he gets pulled over. This is in East Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right? Well, thank God it's not Philadelphia. Pittsburgh's okay. That's the Steelers, right? Yeah, they're all messed up in the head anyway. So apparently, so there was a what? How come they're saying this is 2012? Wait, let me just see. I am not what you think. I'm confused. I'm afraid. I wonder what path I will take. I hear that there's only two ways out, said Christian of Youth Park Collective, reading a poem written by Antoine Rose II in 10th grade and afterwards calling for a moment silence. Oh, okay. Activist Leon Ford Jr., who was shot by a Pittsburgh police officer after a traffic stop in 2012 and is paralyzed, spoke at the rally. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. There was an activist there. But apparently he got stopped. He decided to run. There was a cop there, new guy on the sex trafficking. Is that prostitution? I don't know. So he runs. There was a cop who just got sworn in. Decides, hey, I'm new here. Bam, bam, bam. Shoots him back in the back 3 times, and he goes to the hospital and he's dead. And he's on administrative leave. I think that's weird. We live in a weird world where one guy gets fired and then it's like no questions asked. Like, dude, you screwed up. You used your power. Another one, they should say, listen, we thought that you were cop material. We were wrong. You're gone. I don't know. It's crazy. I was writing yesterday, but I don't know what I wrote, so I do apologize. Some of it I remember. Like I still think it's wrong. I'm looking at my old notes. I still think it's wrong. President Trump should never say the word provocative again. Yeah, I haven't heard him say it recently, but please never say it again. Okay, I said I can't think of any time I would ever expect to be gassed while at a funeral. I just can't I can't think of a situation. And so people are having these what you call it? They're not let me see that story. Will you stop hitting me? There's education lottery. It's not a revival. What's it called? People gathering, protests. Man, that's insane. It's not a rally. It's where people like mourn someone's death. I forget what that's called. Wow. Sorry, just reading. Let's see. People trickling in. I guess they're just calling it a protest. Just weird. Because I thought it was like a mourning, not a funeral, not a mourning. What's it called? We're blanking right now. It's gonna bother me. If I think of it, I will. But I mean, so in certain areas they have like little pop-ups where people will like mourn someone's death. They'll go to like where the guy was shot, and they'll all just like hold candles, like a vigil. And I cannot imagine that all of a sudden the police would decide, hey, let's go tear gas those people. That's what happened apparently, but they're calling it a protest. Or was that the what you call it? No, I'm thinking the wrong one. When that guy died, I don't know his name, XXX Tenchian. He had the what you call it. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm spelling it wrong. No, I'm not. Am I spelling it wrong? Ugh! The computer guy, I'm not good with the mouse. Oh, his girlfriend's pregnant. Whoa. Whoa, she's pregnant. Let's see if I can find it. Do. They're saying that no one knows how to mourn it. I don't usually encourage to watch Philip DeFranco because he's very irritating, but he does a really good memorials. Did I have that memorials? So they had memorials, because of his passing, and yeah, there were like tear gas was spilled by the or used by the police. Good job, police. Please, when I die, don't use tear gas on my funerals, please. But apparently his girlfriend's pregnant. I guess that's why she was like, I don't want to talk to anyone about it. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. This is not what the outcome I wanted. Let's see. My other stuff. Holy crap. I got like 2 pages. Okay, so I was like saying, all right, this is the straight me. So they say that what Trump is doing is illegal. With illegals is like if he set fire to a house, then put the fire out, and wants to be thanked for putting the fire out. But that isn't right. It's more like is if he told people, "Hey, go set fire to that house," and then while the house is burning, he says, "Hey, people, but put that house out," and they did. So he told people, "Hey, go set that house on fire," and the people went and set the house on fire. He goes, "Hey, people, now you guys go put that house out of, put that house out, put the fire out," and they did. And then you want to be thanks for it. But my problem is, why are these people just like, "Hey, well, the president said to set the house on fire"? I mean, people are doing this. This isn't like the president is all alone. We can't blame the president. You can't blame Hitler for the Nazis. He had people supporting him. He had people letting him do what he wanted to do. I'm not saying that Trump is as bad as Hitler. In fact, I would say that Trump is very lackadaisical. He's very laid back compared to Hitler. Hitler was a go-getter. Still, we should have stopped him. Or people need to say, hey, when the authorities tell me to do something, maybe I should question it. Maybe I should say, hey, use my head. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't separate parents and their kids. And I know some of the pictures of the internment camps for babies were from, well, not babies because they couldn't be from babies. Because they were kids that came on their own. There weren't parents to go to. But they were under Barack Obama. And they're like, well, where are we going to put them? We can't put them with their family. We don't have their family. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about the Trump immigrant policy is like hitting yourself and then making a law to stop it. He is trying to take it to the courts to remove it. But that's crazy. There's no need to be any change. He just needs to stop doing anti-humanity things. It's like if he wanted to a law. So what I'm trying to say here, because I can't write. I can't. I don't know if I can't write or can't read, but there's some disconnect in my head right now. What I'm trying to say is, let's say that he wants a law in the books, and this law he wants is, I don't know, murder is a crime. Now, let's say that in this world, no one kills each other. We're happy. We don't see a need to kill each other. Cain and Abel, they actually got along together. So, but he's like, no, I want this law. So he goes around and he kills people and kills people and kills people. He says, hey, listen, there's no law to stop me. It's like, dude, we don't need this law, but we need it because you're going crazy. Just be good to each other. Just be good to each other. But he wants this law because if he can get this law through, this immigrant policy, what they do is they'll tack on other things to it, boom, 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 until it's just this bloated bill, and he'll be able to put his wall on it. That's what he's trying to do. And listen, I know nothing about politics. I think I took poli sci 101 like a couple years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. That's it. In my view, when I was taught about gerrymandering, they said that's the rule of the land. I mean, when you're voted into, gerrymandering is when the people in power can redistrict the places any way they want. And what they do is they redistrict it so that they'll take their opposing side and force them into like one little place, and then they'll take their side and try to put so that they can outnumber more people. That's just how it's always been. I mean, it's been there. We've been doing it since this country was been born. To get upset with it now, it's weird. But the idea is that the people in power should have the opportunity to stay in power. And the way that they do that is by changing the geography of the districts. This is how it is. And now they're fighting it, and they're saying, well, it's unconstitutional. It's like, but it's been there all the time. What's the big deal? Oh, then I've been about mods. I hate mods. What makes someone want to be a mod? What makes someone say, I need to police what people say? I mean, what makes a channel think my fans need to be censored? A censorship for anything is a censorship for everything. Don't silence me. As soon as I see that a channel has mods on it, I'm out the door. I don't want, no. Plus, once you're tagged as a troublemaker by mods, you're done for. You can't go into any chat. So please, I mean, mods are just a part of censorship. If you can't deal with the harassment, get off the internet. Please, just get off the internet. Oh, and then I talked about the cop shooting. I still can't believe it. So if you run from the cops, they are legally allowed to shoot you in the back. I'm amazed. Oh, and this was from yesterday. Have a first day of summer. Have a drink on me. That was yesterday, right? Yeah, it was the 21st. This is the 22nd. And then I'm wondering, how much is it going to cost us, the taxpayers, to now fix this problem where 2,000 children, over 2,000 children, are separated from their parents? How much that's going to cost us money trying to find the families, fly them over, reunite them, and oh my god! But I guess there goes our plans for the Space Force. But then I just heard Elon Musk. What's his name, right? Elon Musk. That just sounds weird. He should change his last name. It just sounds bad. I mean, Musk is not a good word. Yeah, that's his last name, Musk. Musk isn't a good word. So apparently, so they were saying Elon Musk gets a contract from the government, and I'm like, oh, and I was joking in my head, oh, it's going to be a government contract for military, because those things, those military contracts, in my mind, in my opinion, are the most corrupt thing ever. They're worse than when the health insurance charges you as a patient $50 for aspirin. Worse than that. I mean, they do like $500 hammers, and they just do it over and over and over again. So what happens is that you as a business, you do some shady dealing. Hey, if you give me this deal, I'll give you I don't know, I'll give you a barbecue set, or I'll give you this fancy backyard pool. Well, it's above ground, but you can have fun with it. And so then they get this contract for X amount of dollars. Oh, well, we got the person with the lowest bid. But then they just, after the contract, they just bloat everything up. They say, oh, we didn't know that we also need to do this, and we also need to do this. And so they just keep on getting more and more money until finally we're buying $500 hammers. So I think it's funny that in my head I was just joking about it, because why would Elon Musk do that? Why would he get in that situation where, but I mean, military is money. Military is money. I don't know how much I can do any of this, because this was just weird. Okay, so what if you're like flipping between two worlds or two universes, back and forth, right and wrong, wrong and right, forth and back? But you just have to focus on which world you want to go to. But sometimes you just can't focus right. So you just flip back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That was a lot of last night. It was just flipping back and forth. And then about believing, it's weird stuff. I don't know if this will ever come out. As I said, philosophy is science without the work. I don't know if that's been said before. But they're just like lazy scientists. They're like, well, do you want to prove any of it? Nah, I don't want to prove any of it. I just want to say it. The problem with men and women is that a woman can be a slut, but a man can never be a slut. Remember that. And then I was watching it, and I was watching Star Wars. So, okay, I don't know if I'll do any more of this, but let me just shoot you what I got. Okay, so I was watching the movie. I didn't watch the whole movie. I only watched like 30 minutes of it. So if the boy Georgie, because I forgot his name, if Georgie is a scaredy cat, why does it calm him down before he gets him? I don't understand that. So I'm watching the movie, and okay, why does the mom playing the piano make that scene so much scarier? But the mom is in that scene playing a piano, and I'm like, oh, because the piano playing, and you're like, that music is scary. And then you look, and there's the mom playing there. I'm like, what the hell's going on in this family? What kind of mom just sits there? Doesn't even say hi to her kids. Why couldn't it kill Georgie in the basement? He's in the basement. He's scared out of his mind. He's all alone. I mean, I thought that it could go into like every single house and every place he wanted to go. What, he can't go into that one basement? Okay, so why does Georgie need to get closer to it in order for it to grab him? Because I know that Georgie's going to run away and it's going to get him. But it makes no sense that why can't he just like grab him right there? Why does he have to like, oh, come down here to the carnival? Do. We have a carnival here. Don't you want your boat, Georgie? What's his name? What is his name? Ah, man, I forgot his name. forgot Georgie's brother's name. Dang it. Let me look it up. It's gonna bother me. Do 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 do. Not him. Not him. Bill. Was it Bill? Bill. Was it Billy? Billy. Oh, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Dang it. I lost it again. Do do do. Where was I? Do 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 do. Yeah, Billy's gonna kill you. Billy's gonna kill you. Bill. I realized because I haven't watched the scene, and they don't show this, I guess, a lot. But then, so he lures him in. He lures him in, and he bites him. Ah! He bites his arm. Bites his arm clear off. Amazing. I mean, I'm not even sure how that's even possible. I mean, that's I don't even. I mean, did he like swallow it into it, or did he like bite through it? And so now the arm is somewhere. I don't know where the arm would be. But does it get like power from eating off of people? Is he like a vampire or something? And because the idea of it was that it would take the powers of whatever it was. So if it was a vampire, it would have the strengths and weaknesses of a vampire. And if it was a werewolf, it had the strengths and weaknesses of a werewolf. But it was kind of like whatever you believed was what it was. So who would believe that a clown would get more powerful by eating a child's arm? I don't know. I don't know. It's just a huge plot hole for me. And then I stopped watching. I got bored. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. And I'm not sure if I watched this before or if I didn't watch this before. I don't know. I mean, I know I know I read the book, and I know I watched the Tim Curry one. Okay. So then I was watching videos on Star Wars, and I was just wondering, when did Star Wars go from being a children's movie to being an adult movie to going into being a pervy, strangely demented movie? I mean, when did this happen? That I mean, it was a child's movie, and the thing is, I guess everyone grew up and now they want adult stuff, but it's a child's movie, and George Lucas is like, people, it's a child's movie. That's why the Whills were going to be little tiny creatures that, this is a children's story. Jeez. Why do you think that why do you think Obi-Wan didn't die? He just became one with the Force. When Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are fighting, and Luke Skywalker has no clue how to fight, and Darth Vader just whips his ass, he doesn't kill him. No, he just chops his hand off. Because it's a kids' movie. These are kids' movies. So you guys are making, and now it's like an adult, like really, really, it's porn now. I mean, Star Wars is now just complete porn. It's, sorry, we can't say porn. It's fan fiction. Okay, and then so I was watching a video. This guy did. You can look it up. I was trying to find videos where, because George Lucas was going to do things in his movie, and I think Steven Spielberg said, "Don't do that, and don't do that." And I wanted a list of what Steven Spielberg's told him not to do, but I couldn't find it. But I found that the differences, the changes that George Lucas made throughout the series, because each time it came out, like it came out in the 70s. It was like re-released, I think. Because it didn't come out in the 77, did it? Let me see that. Because maybe they were talking about the original. Oh, I guess they were talking about it. They're talking about the original. Then they're talking about the 97 release. Then they're talking about 2004 release. And then the final one was 2011. And they're like putting them all together and telling you the differences in the scenes. And it's really stupid stuff. Who cares who shot first? I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Okay, but they're showing the scene where the stormtroopers come down, And I think is this after they beat up the Jawas? Because they beat up the Jawas. And so they're searching this place, and one guy finds a ring, a metal ring. He goes, droids. Now, I'm trying to figure out. I mean, this is a desert. This isn't like a road. This is a desert. How did the guy find that one piece of metal? Okay. So, yeah, there's no roads. Do they follow? So, I mean, so apparently they go down looking for these droids, and they find the Jawas. And so what? They like track every single track that led from the Jawas? Because I mean, the Jawas, I think they go in their little their well, it's huge machine thing, and they're drew. So they have to track that thing back to the marketplace where people just were like standing around because they had them all out. All the droids were out and just on display. This wasn't like what's his name? Luke just happened upon him and said, hey, you have any droids? No, it was like out in the open. They were like just doing a pop-up sale or something. So they had to like track every single person that left that area to find this. So the Gila monster things, whatever they're called, you can only go as fast as the trackers, right? So the people who are following the tracks, looking for the rings and looking for the signs of the droids, you can only go so fast, and the trackers aren't on the Gila monsters. They're not expecting a fight. They're looking for droids. Because now I said 2 droids, but who cares? It could be a billion droids. They're not what you call it? What are they called? They're not battle droids. You know that much. There are no battle droids, are there? There are no battle droids in Star Wars. Was there? So you know that they don't exist because Darth Vader doesn't like them. And so they got these Gila monsters for no apparent reason. I mean, I'm still confused. Why were those Gila monsters there? What was the advantage? Just in case something happened? Let's see. I'm just saying it's overkill. That's what I wrote here. Okay, and then all of a sudden they're showing a scene, and the what's that? The speeder, Luke Skywalker's speeder, goes right over your head. Zoom! I'm like, what the hell is that? I mean, I felt ill when that happened. I'm like, why does the director say, I want to feel like the speeder is just running me over? That's what every audience wants. I don't want that. Okay, I don't like that feeling. I want zoom. I'm like, what the hell? Stop it! Stop it! Yeah, I say it sucks. Okay, so then in the story, oh, by the way, spoiler alerts for Star Wars: A New Hope. The stormtroopers go and they kill Uncle Owen and the aunt, whatever her name was. Kill them. And then they say, you know what? We're done tracking. They just stop tracking. Now, okay, first, okay, you're Darth Vader. You know this is your home planet. You have your stormtroopers down there. They kill your brother-in-law and his wife. Apparently they had no kids. But kills both of them. And you don't say anything to the stormtroopers like, hey, you might have been a little too rough there. Okay, you might have been a tiny bit rough. I mean, couldn't you have figured out? Couldn't they have told you? Because they didn't tell him where Luke went. Because Luke went to Obi-Wan to find, because R2 was saying, we need Obi-Wan, or whatever R2 says. I don't know. I can't understand a single word he said. He's like my drunk uncle. Oh, and then there's rumors that Obi-Wan and Uncle Ben were brothers. There's rumors about that. And that's why Obi-Wan left Luke Skywalker with Uncle Ben. Not Uncle Ben, Uncle Owen. Uncle Ben would be Obi-Wan. So they're saying, even though Luke Skywalker never ever said Uncle Ben as Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan was technically his uncle. Rumor has it. Think about it. But my point is, So Darth Vader is like, okay, report to me what happened. He goes, oh well, we went to this moisture farmer. His name was Owen, whatever his last name was. I don't know, Owen Kladowski or whatever. We'll just make up a name. And yeah, he wasn't talking, so we just killed him and just torched his place. Like, huh? Darth Vader's like, oh, that's my brother-in-law. I hated him anyway. I mean, how bad does Darth Vader hate this guy? He's like, whatever. No harm, no foul. I mean, the guy had no, he was not responsible for your mom's death. No one could have stopped it. You couldn't stop it. Sorry. Okay. I'm just mad about that. Why would Darth Vader couldn't you have just said, listen, all right, for a week you don't get dessert, okay? Because I'm really pissed off, but I can't really do anything. So for a week you get no dessert. Just tell the guy, listen, you're in trouble. Don't do that again. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Is that it on my Star Wars? Well, the final thing is, so then the stormtroopers say, hey, you know what? We'll just go to the canteen and just set up roadblocks there because we have no clue where he is. When there should be obvious tracks to Obi-Wan's hovel or wherever he lives. And then they went to the hovel to the cantina. No, they went back home, saw that everyone was dead, and then went to the cantina. So I just don't understand what happened. Why weren't they still searching? But I guess they didn't search anymore because if they kept on searching, then they would have interrupted Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker. That would have been bad. But they found him at the cantina. So if they just went there in the first place, if the stormtroopers went to the cantina and just stayed there, Uncle Owen wouldn't be dead now. Well, he'd probably be dead now. I mean, it's like 40 years later, but still, he wouldn't be killed like that. Uncle Owen. Poor Uncle Owen. All right, I'm going to save the rest for later. I got some work to start. I need to take a shower too. So that was my night last night. Just crazy thoughts. We say goodbye. Peace and love. Deuce to the face. We're out of here. Hopefully you have a good day. Hopefully you get everything you want. If you don't get what you want, hopefully you get what you need. And be good to each other. Try to understand each other a little bit. Be good to each other. I think. Wow, it was a weird thought last night, but we'll talk about that later. So with peace and love, I'm out of here. Bye. Bloop. Bloop.